at Robins Stadium. Then we are underway. It's a clean win for Gaylord. First possession Spiders. And Little John wastes no time.
And that's how you want to start a game. You want to make a statement right off the bat that says we're here and we're serious and we're ready to play today. And that's the way to go. You know, Gaylord, freshman about him, but hopefully he'll gain a little confidence over the course of the day.
Gaylord should get an assist there. That'd be his first college point. Little John just scored his 4th goal of the year. It's Little John, O'Neill, Ricciardi.
Midfield. We'll see whether or not they can begin to figure that out.
Here comes Michael Frederick. He's actually been productive. Bush, and that's handled by Connor Knight.
And after, Saturday.
Feeds Dylan Bush, already 14 goals this season. Bush from the sharp angle, and we are deadlocked.
Hunter Smith lost his footing a little bit, and Bush was able to take advantage.
So the Bears on the board. Dylan Bush with his 15th goal of the year.
And and I would suggest in a game like this, almost a game at any level really, it's the play. You want to get on the cage with your shooting.
Aiden O'Neill on the Tewaaraton watch list, getting topside 2-1 Spiders.
And it just speaks to his development overall. Again, Mercer comes back and scores a goal, and then Richmond comes down. His attacking is often to his left hand as to his dominant right hand. Says a lot about his progress as a player.
Aiden O'Neill's 92nd career goal in his 53rd game. Senior up top for Gannon Cope. McKelvey played by Ryan Thompson. Got a step. Let it fly and ties the game.
Easy opportunity to double down on that one. I think it was Yuba that stepped aside and let that Dodger come inside of him.
Matha. And Mercer showing a little fight early. 11th all-time meeting. Spiders have Sheridan. Down to O'Neill. Now Picard, still 37 to shoot. Picard, sharp angle. O'Neill the backup. First quarter. O'Neill. Cole Hayden. O'Neill from X. And that's knocked down by Thomas Venzi. And then scooped up by O'Neill. He fires the bouncer, got a piece of the pipe, chases his own rebound. Newman might have got a piece of that as well.
Well, I think we're, through these first early games for Richmond, we've seen Picard emerge.
Gavin Creel puts the Spiders back in front.
And that's a young man who's off to a great start. From the first moment, from the first game, he's been surprisingly in the last couple of games. He's hit these step downs from 10 or 12 yards. I didn't know they quite had that range, but he shot the ball very well.
6th goal
role for this team is still emerging. He could be a very dangerous weapon for Richmond going forward. Stepping in and playing at both ends of the field, being someone that they sub in on defense, and he does a good job there, and it clears the ball, and it can stay in the game and play.
Turns on Farrell, who says no. And the shot blocked by Smith on Fox. And then with time running out, Fox throws it away, and that's the second Newman pass offline. That winds up a turnover as Davis Peak couldn't climb to catch that. Spiders trying to go fast. Little John makes it a 2-goal game.
And again, they ride the ball back, and they result in a great scoring opportunity. Alert moving the ball.
Spiders did that with some urgency. Ricciardi, the quick pass down to O'Neill, and Little John just lurking around the crease. He's a guy who had quite a busy surge against Matt Jacobson. Zylstra, now Church. Zylstra trying to dodge. He fires and cuts the Spider lead to 1.
I'm not sure how that one snuck through there.
Yeah, it looked like Connor Knight had a pretty good look at that one. And Knight coming off a terrific game against UVA. Spider lead now 4-3. Spiders pressing out a bit on D now.
They're using Mercer's using these their three attackmen all over the field, and using guys being covered by short sticks.
And Dylan Bush ties the game at 4. Back-to-back Bears goals. Bush with his second of the day and 16th of the campaign, fighting their way back.
Nothing fancy there. No pick off the high wing. He just drive.
Carpet for Cole for Hayden O'Neill to scoop up. Tanner Huber feeding Littlejohn. Would imagine he doesn't mind when things get a little bit physical. His dad was a former minor league professional hockey player, and he was not uncomfortable when the mitts came off. Sheridan overshot. That shot, and Charlie Packard came up with a rebound. Tied at 4, middle of the second quarter, as the Spiders get into settled offense. Littlejohn. Now Aiden O'Neill, who had a fabulous game here Saturday. Creo. Littlejohn off the side of the cage. O'Neill the rebound. Pass in front, eluding Sticks, but chased down by Sheridan. Sheridan starts to dodge. Through traffic, that one.
Fool's gold, though, John, at the same time. You get one like that right off the bat, and you feel like, okay, this is going to be easy. You know.
That's what you're looking at right here. The Gaylord face-off win to Lucas Littlejohn, and home team off to a flying start off the win over UVA, number 6 in the country.
We played, when I was on my Virginia team in 1990, we played on my Brown team, actually, in 1990. Syracuse put Gary and Paul Gate on the wings, and they each had a goal in the game's first 14 seconds. We were down 2-0. We had just barely gotten off the bus, and so throw that plan away, you know. But for
Creo there to collect the rebound. Got it down to O'Neill. And O'Neill puts the Spiders back in front.
You know, and it's just how many times does that happen where you're struggling, the other team is playing really well, and your big boy attackman makes a play. You know, for Mercer, it's the kind of thing that's kind of frustrating. You know, kind of in the last 7 or 8 minutes here, generated a lot of good opportunities, just haven't found the back of the net the way they would have liked, and that can be a little frustrating. Good, you're a little chafed. Keep it up, boys.
Joe Sheridan trying to get the hands free. O'Neill handles that. Trying to spray it in front. Ground ball battle won by Quinn.
Like Richmond may have found their rhythm on offense. You know, I'd certainly be saying to them, continue doing what we're doing, fellas. We just got to shoot the ball inside the pipes. But they were getting good shots almost every time.
Gavin Creo buries the feed from O'Neill. Then the Spiders up 2.
And again, similar to what happened in the first quarter when they, next face-off. Get the next ground ball. Get that ball back.
Well, it's an outstanding pass in traffic. Creo, no mistake. Was kind of wondering at the end of the first half when they were hitting all those pipes, if maybe they were trying to be a little too fine because Jacob Newman was so hot. Huber goes to work on the dodge. O'Neill.
Huber's going to be a handful against the short.
O'Neill got topside, and the Spiders up 3.
O'Neill on a short coming from behind. Mercer's just got to get to that a little bit quicker. You got to identify that one as a problem and get ready to come to it.
4th of his Spider career.
And that dodge took enough time for Mercer to get themselves. You want to commit to that one. Make Aiden pass the ball coming out of that dodge and generate one of their own.
Again, playing the attackmen up high. Here's Dylan Bush. It's a good handle by Michael Frederick. He's well defended by Farrell. Now Nick Church. Now Creo from X.
And again, Creo very comfortable back there.
O'Neal again. Picard. Sheridan. Ricciardi. And the Spiders now up 8-4.
Getting, they started in the second quarter.
To the middle of the third against UVA. Now they've scored 4 straight here. And we're back to the dot.
High to low shot, 5-hole, good stroke by Ricciardi.
Two-way mid, he just stays on the field.
Good for him. And I think, Richmond can really create some issues with him in that role.
Ricciardi for Picard. He fires and pings the corner.
Overhand, high to high. That's still a tough shot to save. It's a good stroke.
And the Spiders a dominant third quarter season.
I see a lot of guys standing around flinging the ball sidearm. You're making life too easy for the goalie.
Down. And Nolan Finley finally comes up with the possession, then lost it. Knight giving chase. He got physical with Dylan Bush, and that winds up a Spider ball.
On defense for Richmond, this is an important possession for Mercer. If possible, they want to try to keep those people in the game. If they can play offense with the folks they have out there.
So you got Dylan Bronzo, who's a long stick midfielder, out there on offense trying to keep that matchup. Here's Michael Frederick. Now we're getting some sub game going.
Yeah.
Mercer.
I think a little confusion on the substitution game there, and never quite got matched up.
And it's the first goal of the year for sophomore Cade McNeil. Nick Church. Sullivan. Will Zystra. Church. Sullivan. Good pass on the doorstep, and a great save by Knight. He got down and just robbed Luke Fox. A chance to kind of wake Mercer up a little bit. O'Neal trying to work off that Creo pick. Now trying to post his man up. So Sheridan. He got a step. Little John.
Scrap.
Hayden O'Neal. That one popped on a Cole Hayden stick as he was winding up to let it fly. Now Tanner Huber, still 30 to shoot. Hayden let one rip. That's backed up by Huber.
I like seeing those young players.
Now down to Hayden O'Neal. Yeah, the Spiders might have had too many on the field. Well, maybe not. Flag down. It's still Richmond possession. Mercer bench was going bananas. Here's O'Neal. Maybe they had too many on. That's why they were going nuts. Daniel Pickard.
Get that on the cage. Jeez, boys. Excuse me. Especially with the Olympics going on at the same time. Watching Michaela Schifrin and that male figure skater and Jordan Stoltz. And in this situation here, we have a team, a favorite, coming off a big win.
And a step down rip from Tanner Huber on the man up. And the Spiders extend the lead.
Again, Tanner Huber continues to establish himself. I think he'll be more and more of a factor.
Apparently that number 13 jersey, it's mandated it goes to a guy who can step down and rip it with range. Here's Picard. Now Creo. Hayden O'Neal working on a hat trick. Sneaks off the pick, and he hit the pipe. Kevin Creo. Against the short stick of Callahan. Step down for Sheridan. Makes it 11-5.
Little too simple. You got Creo behind, picking the ball up off the end line. At this point, in the slide. too easy for Sheridan.
62nd career goal for Joe Sheridan, senior out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. Malvern Prep. Zylstra slinging it down to Michael Frederick.
This is an issue for slide early. A little late, a little high on the check.
Benjosi's shot is off target, but there is a flag down, and Mercer's going to go man up. Cross check here.
In this situation, without even talking about it, might be one where you're just we're going to take some time off the clock on each possession, fellas. We still need to go to the goal and score goals, but we want to take advantage of the clock too.
Ricciardi trying to get topside. And a step down for a quick stick goal for Lucas Littlejohn.
Ricciardi on the against the pole behind the goal. I don't think you want to be ready to slide to that one. And of all the people, you want to keep a stick on Littlejohn in those off-ball situations.
Game 6th of the year.
And we're seeing him go out of the game now, and Porter Barnett going out there on the attack.
Barnett, sophomore out of Connecticut.
And like I say, coming out of the game.
Now Evan O'Neill trying to sneak one home, and he finds the back of the net.
And a little excitement on the Richmond bench when somebody comes off the bench like that and gets a play. McCarty and O'Neill.
You see Lucas Slate get out there with Porter Barnett. Feeds O'Neill as Mercer turned the ball over on a violation. O'Neill. And he suddenly has himself two.
And he played quite a bit last year. Actually, hasn't like this could really get him going.
Yeah, he didn't get on the field Saturday. He did play a little bit in the opener. Those were his first 2 goals of the year. This was a missile. So 14
game in 3 or 4 days when Lehigh comes to town. You're certainly concerned, or you're thinking about the physical piece for the guys.
Fox trying to sneak one in, but Knight right there to deny him. And we get a crease violation.
In order to just win this game.
Yeah, Evan Leonardo takes it down to X with the Knight Newman roaming around out there.
Poor Jacob Newman out there still chasing somebody around. He's had a full day.
Lucas Slate with 10 to shoot. Slate finds the back of the net. Barnett with 8 seconds left will take it down below goal line. And Richmond takes care of business today. We are done. Richmond Spiders with a 15-5 win.